Hey guys, Mike's Batman 2 here. Today I will be showing you how I make my smash themes. Let's get right into this. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to open up your editing software that you use. Then you're going to go into your videos and import the meme you want to do. For me, I'll just be using this. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to press sequence, file, new, sequence. Set this to at least 1920 by 1080. Set the time base to 60 FPS. Next, you're going to want to import your clips. If it's not big enough, then just upscale it. And then you're going to want to import the theme. So the main theme, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, that one specifically. And then you're going to want to do this. And you're probably, depending on how long it is, you're going to want to turn it down. You're going to want to turn down the volume of the music because it's probably going to be very loud by default. So you're probably get it to where it's perfect. I think this would be good. Next, you're going to want to cut it. And now you're just going to want to send this. Replace with After Effects composition. It's going to load up Adobe After Effects. If you don't have that, then I don't know how you're editing your videos without that and you have Premiere, because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's actually required. And then you're going to need to save it, so I'm going to go into videos and then save it to there. Doesn't matter what you name it. Then go to time, freeze frame, and you're nope. And you're going to want to get it to do something like that. And then you're going to want to select the pen tool and cut out your freeze frame. Now you have your cutout. Next, you're going to want to make a background. So press Shift Control C. Call this whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it Rick Roll. And you're going to end up with something like this. Okay, perfect. Now you're going to want to press so go right where the background gets removed. Now press Shift Alt. Now press Alt S. Now move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames. Now press Shift Alt S, Shift Alt P. No, 3 frames, and then we're going to scale it up. So around there. Now we're just going to shake it, so let's move back. Shake. And it's going to give this nice effect. Like that. Okay, once we have done that, we're going to want to give it a nice bulge. So here we're going to search bulge. And we're going to find the bulge effect. Next, we're going to make this fit right over for its head. So we're just going to do it around like that. And you're going to end up with that. So now we're going to keyframe the bulge height. So we're going to start it off here at 0. Then in the center, we're going to have it at 1. And then by the time we get to here, we're going to have it back at 0. So you end up with that. Next, we're going to move 3 frames over, and it's going to end up like that. And then until we hear this. And then after that, we're just going to slowly move it over. So we get this. Okay, now it's time to give it a background. So let's go. I have a ton of preset backgrounds that I can use. I have a ton of preset backgrounds we can use. So I would, depending on the color theme, I would choose it. So we're going to put in red back. So in project, we're going to put in red background. Next, at red background, we're going to put in a. Next, we're going to scale up this red background to make it fit. And it doesn't, and the background doesn't actually have to be red. Mine is red. And now we have this. Next we're going to need our ink splat. So the ink splat I will also leave in the description. I just gotta find mine. Mine that I have already made. I will just link it in the description of this video. And you want to put this above the background but below the character. And now we're just going to move it over to the side up here. And then we're going to give it a drop shadow. Make sure the opacity is 50. The distance is 191. The softness is around 5. And the angle is and the angle is 90. No, wait, not 90. 180. Now that we have that, we are going to now that we have that part done, we are going to make the tasks. Now open Photoshop. Doesn't matter what the dimensions are as long as the resolution is 300 ppi. And set the background to red by pressing Control Backspace once you have this set to red. Next, press T. Set the color to... set the font to Arial. And set the type to black. Now, set the color to white and type the name. So, Rick Astley. And then put like a joke or a text, something like. This is going to be slightly smaller, so just do that. And make it say get, and then I'm going to put get Rick, and you don't want too much, so do just like so put like two lines of text on each layer, and then if you do that, then do this. Rolled. You want that to be around there. Next, we're going to press T, or select the text tool, and select this little text arch thing, and select it to arch. Select the style arch. Now set the bend to 0, and the horizontal distortion to 25 if on the right, to 25 if on the right, or negative 25 if on the left. Do the same for all the other layers. Once you have done that, go into blending options on the name. Give it a gradient overlay of black and white, scale to 150, angle to 90, and don't check reverse. And make sure the blend mode is normal. And set the opacity to 50. Next, give it a stroke of around, I'd say, 10. And set the color to black. Next, give it a drop shadow with an angle of 45 if on the left and 145 if on the right. Set the spread to 100 and set the distance to 21. Next, give it an inner shadow. Set the angle to -90. Set everything. Set the distance to 8. Next, press copy layer style and paste layer style. Now this next line can be whatever color you want, but I'm going to make it gold. So that was okay, now that we have that, we're going to right click and press quick export as PNG. We're going to go into we're going to select pictures, and it's going to export to there. Next we're going to find what we just exported. And we're going to drop that in. So go to project and import it. Okay, now that we have those in, we're going to put these above the text, we're going to upscale it and put it above the character. Now it might look blurry, but that's just because of the dimensions, and it won't look blurry once we put it back into Premiere. Now we're just going to highlight all of Now we're going to highlight all of this and press Shift Control C and set it to and name it text. Next we're going to press Alt S, Shift Alt S, Shift Alt P. Actually we don't need to press Shift Alt S, just press Shift Alt P. And next we're going to go to when that stops, and we're going to move that a little bit. So once we have that moved a little bit, we're going to take this. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Shift Alt S, not Shift. Don't press Shift Alt P. And now we're going to go over to the end of this. And we're going to move that as well. And now we're just going to add the lens flare and we're done. Drop it. So press layer, new, solid. And name it black solid. Next we're going to set the mode to add. And we're going to give it a lens flare. We're going to set the type to 150mm prime, and we're going to start it over here in the corner with the text. Next we're going to give it a flare brightness. We're going to start it off at 200. We're going to move 2 frames, and we're going to set it to 100. So we get this effect to give it a nice transition, and then by the time we're over here, we're going to give it a flare brightness of 50. Before that, we're going to give it a flare brightness of 0. Next, we're going to go over to here. We're going to also give it a keyframe on the flare center. So we're going to start, we're going to give it a keyframe on the flare center. So right here, we're going to give it the keyframe. And then by the time the clip ends, it'll be down here. And that is how you make a smash meme. And now you just press File, Save, and we're done. Now we're just going to sequence. So you're going to want to cut it down, so shorten it. Now you're going to cut this out. Now just go to the end of the clip and press O. Now press sequence, render into out. And that'll make it run smoother. Okay, and that is how you make a smash meme. And that is how you make an animated smash meme. And once you have that down, you can repeat the process over and over again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you guys next time.